Everybody, no, I said I was going to do less videos, more of the picks and stuff, but this stuff's kind of complicated. I got to talk about it, so I apologize. And before I get into the outlook, let me discuss the drought one more time. I do want to mention that the Severe Drought Weather Service mentioned that, since we were seeing this upgrade in our southern counties yesterday, that it's the first time since July 2012 we've had a severe drought into central Kentucky like that. So that was interesting, and I don't see a lot of appreciable rain anytime soon. Here's the setup. We've got these high-level clouds moving in our southern counties, and we've got the clouds from the north, from the front, moving in. So we're getting sandwiched with high-level clouds today. So you'll see it in the distance. You'll see those high-level clouds out there as you look around, especially in Louisville. You can look to the south, look to the north, and you'll see them. They will surround us as the day wears on and will become mainly cloudy today. The front itself, as it passes through, a little bit of a burst of wind. The temperature should drop, but it already will be close to sunset anyway, so it'll be a natural drop, so not a big deal there. I think we'll get in the mid-60s up before that happens. And then we got this system that is now in the Pacific Ocean. It's going to roll into the Rockies. That will be our player for later next week. So let's break it down. First off, I do want to mention there is a weak front and a weak low off the Florida coast. The two of these may work together to increase our clouds Monday through Wednesday. Maybe a shower by Wednesday. The trough has a better chance to give us a brief shower. At this point, we're going to go 10% and that's it. Just don't see the big deal. But then that low moves across the Rockies. Wind's going to really kick up. Warm. Got to watch it for fire danger. Depending on humidity level with these winds, I am concerned that we're going to have more problems with fires, with this drought, next week with this surge of warmth like this. So heads up on that. If you live in an area, a farm, you have a field, and everything's dried out pretty significantly in your area, watch it. All right? Then we got the low. But watch what happens. Low comes through. Not much rain with it. Mainly because the track has shifted a bit, and the angle of it, as far as the tilt, so we're not getting a strong south flow to keep us into the flow of moisture long enough. So can't rot a shower with it. We're going to keep a chance in for now. But the low tracks have been varying a bit. The front will still come through at some point next Friday or Saturday. If the low keeps going into Canada, then the cold air behind it is not going to be as dramatic. If the low tracks more in the northern tier of the country, we may see a decent cold shot and maybe some cloud cover in the backside of the low that really will amplify the cold shot. Maybe some highs in the 40s next weekend. If that were to be the case. But the low gets too far to our north, then the cloud deck will only hug Indiana and Ohio, and we will see the sun come back out, and it won't be as bad. We'll watch it. The outlook at the moment, we've got 70s with wind. Notice we trended down to 50s. As that low moves by, it's as cool as we'll go for now. And then, as we did the Thanksgiving week, got a rain chance there just before Thanksgiving for the busiest travel day of the year. The models are still having a tough time on this. I was hesitant to show this, but it does explain a little bit of the complicated part of this. It's showing the ridge in the southeast, even a tropical system in the Caribbean, which makes sense if you get the ridge like this. And then you've got the ridge building into the west coast, and then you get all these isobars close together, or these heights close together, I should say, and the isobars really. And you see developing low in the southern part of the plains. Now, what that would mean is anything wintry for the Thanksgiving holiday would be at our west. We would be probably in a warm air convection scenario and maybe some showers. We'll see how that plays out. So a lot of time to figure out how that will play out for Thanksgiving. So expect some changes in the Thanksgiving forecast. Several of them, potentially. But the overall upper air pattern, by the way, for the end of the month, really shows a scenario where we get the ridge in the west coast into Alaska. But this is what bothers me. The southeast ridge showing up here in the heights. Because this is what we were talking about in the winter outlook. With the drought at play, the southeast ridge really could be a thorn in our side this season for the winter. That would not entirely limit our snow. Don't boo me yet, but it would put us in the transition zone for precipitation type events. Rain to snow, rain to freezing rain to rain. And you can get a big wet snow out of that sometimes. I've seen that happen in the scenario, so there's a chance. I mean, I'm being hypothetical here, but that scenario, while it looks depressing, it could actually give us one heck of a snowstorm, maybe just one, for the entire season. The rest of the time could be above average temperature-wise, but that one would be the one everyone talks about. We've had seasons like that before. So, it's not all bad news, but we'll see how it plays out. But I think overall the cold's still going to end up in the Great Lakes and Northeast. Even if the ridge is there, I'm worried about this ridge. If we didn't have the ridge, we'd be just gun-ho Arctic blast right in the southeast corner of the country. But at this point, I'm leaning toward the ridge idea, and I think that's going to be a problem. What is in our favor will help, at least initially. The snowpack at the moment, we mentioned how the lack of it across Canada and, of course, the lower 48. The end of the month, we see it build down to the south. That's going to force the storm track more to the south as well. So we'll get more storms to come through here. Yes, we'll be on the warmer side of several of those, but at least we're getting everything progressing downward where we need to. It's going to be a process that'll take us all the way through December. And looking at the MJO, this is one of an oscillation that involves the Indian Ocean. I don't want to get in a lot of detail on this. I don't have a lot of time at the moment. But what we're looking at here is the yellow and the green here, where it ends. And the phase numbers. There's a 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What we're looking at is where it ends at. So it ends here on the GFS about phase 2 and 3. Euro, about 2 and 3. War 2. The Japanese won, and so does the UK Met. And when you look at what the phases correlate to this time of the year, phase 1, Japanese and UK Met, indicate this kind of a setup toward the end of the month. Phase 2 and 3, much more of a warmer signal. We'll see how it plays out. Just something I thought I would share. A little nugget of fun. Have a good Veterans Day. Salute to all of our veterans. Have a good weekend.